Hey folks, we're back, right? That's what we say. We're back. It's like we never left there. Josh, is that temperature actually correct? I know what I'm saying. I understand, but is that actually 68 degrees already? Wow, 68 degrees, 8:01 in the morning. Looks like we might have some rain come through today. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Josh, show the fans out there or the peoples how they can get in touch with. Hold on just a second. Hello? Josh, I had to take that call. Sorry about the delay, but that was David Henson up there, the athletic director, and I've been waiting on that call. That's David Henson, the athletic director. At Fannin High School, all right? And the game has moved to 3 o'clock. So can we get that pushed out, Josh? Make a note there. Make sure we get that pushed out. Game time, 3 o'clock, all right? On all our social media. So, folks, we're going to try to get ahead of the rain. That was David Henson, breaking news right here. 8 o'clock in the morning, Fannin Rebels. We're going to talk about baseball in a little bit. But the Fannin Rebels and the Pike County Pirates, Game 3 at 3 o'clock today. So anyhow, all right, Josh, that kind of changed. You know you can't take this brain here, whatever you want to call it, and throw it off the track. So let's regroup. Last night there was a rally down at Panama City. And let's have a little fun this morning, okay? So, Josh, I want to play a couple videos, okay? And I'd like to go to number 2, all right? That should be Air Force One. And before we play it, I want to set this up. President Donald J. Trump is at Panama City Beach last night doing a rally. And this is a short little video of him getting off Air Force One. And I want you to listen real close to the crowd because I'm going to point something out. Remember, we're having a little fun to open. I'm going to point something out. Play that one, Josh. Number 2, getting off Air Force One. All right, we're back. Now, there's something I want you to listen to. Stay with me here, all right? And that was Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, right? So that's the first video, Panama City. I was wondering if you were able to read the lips of the governor. I'm serious here. Were you able to read the lips of the governor of Florida as President Trump got off Air Force One, and also the crowd? So, Josh, let's do this. Give me number 3. Now, wait a minute. This is people lined up trying to get in. This is before the rally, okay? So give me video number 3, and I'll tell you when to come back. We're going to play a couple seconds of this video. Okay, you see the crowd there? Now I'm going somewhere with this. If you'll stick with me, I'm going somewhere with this. So let's go, Josh, now to the first. Let's go now to the first video, number one. All right, let's go to number one. Let's play that for a minute. All right, so that's the President of the United States, and you can see that angry mob, that crowd, okay? And Trump is trying to make a decision on the stage whether to stay or not. I'm serious. He said, maybe I should leave. I mean, because, so in all three videos, put up number 22, and here's the President of the United States, and here is this mob, okay? Is the picture giving you a problem, or are you giving me a problem? Which one is it, Josh? A little bit of both. So anyhow, but out of the three videos, okay, there's something I wanted you to pick up in that crowd, that angry mob that the president went down to see last night, hoping that, is that picture still giving you a problem? Okay, because that's, I mean, if I'm a comedian, you've just killed my delivery on the punchline. There it is, Josh. Thanks a lot, bud. So there it is. There's the President of the United States. This angry mob in Panama City last night. And we played the videos. We wanted you to hear in the crowd. Did you not hear, okay, this crowd screaming, we want to see your tax returns? Didn't you? Didn't you hear in those three videos? Did you not see the massive lines trying to get into this rally last night for no other reason to be a part of history, to yell, Donald Trump, you lost $10 billion. What are you going to do now? Go to Disney World? No. Show us your damn tax returns. I mean, could you not hear it? I asked you to pick it up. We gave you three. Did you not see the governor of Florida as he greeted the President of the United States at the bottom there of the stairwell, whatever the hell that's called, right? Did you not see him? I told you, read the lips. He shook his head and he said, Mr. President, you've got to show the American people your tax returns. I mean, you got to. There's an angry mob over there waiting for you, and they're going to demand your tax returns. They've got to see them. And another thing, DeSantis looked at him and said, damn it, you lost $10 billion. What the hell's wrong with you? Now, I have to do that as a joke, an absolute joke, because, folks, please, and I say this as, I'm saying please, remember, these people in the deep state media are lying to you. I mean, they are lying so bad. Do you realize every person that shows up at a President Donald Trump rally, I'm going to say there's 10 that want to go. There's 10 that have to work. There's 10 that can't drive that far. I am going to tell you, I feel very comfortable if 10,000 people assemble anywhere to see this guy, right? That means there's 100,000 plus that wanted to go. The Dems are shaking in their boots. I know what you're saying. Well, why don't you get on the real news? Where the Attorney General William Barr was just held in contempt yesterday. Let me show you the buffoon. And we'll come back to this, okay? And Josh, I'm really enjoying this word. And you know, I got a little note yesterday that you just put my buffoon picture out on the street. You're letting anybody use it. What is up with that? I heard.
Yeah, they were fans of the work, so they wanted to see it.
Put up number 8. Gloss over this, America. This is the buffoon. Look at this bozo. This is the buffoon. His tie's over here. His damn belt buckle is like all the way up to here. Holy smokes, this is a clown. I mean, I'm telling you, look at this guy. This is this piece of artwork right here. Jerry Nadler from New York, right? The chairman of the House Judiciary Committee, which voted straight party line to hold your Attorney General in contempt yesterday. So you want to know, why don't you get to the news? No, this is not the deep state media. You're not tuned into the deep state media. We're showing you what they will not show you. I'm going to tell you something. America loves their president. I'm telling you they do. It's just buffoons like this and Pelosi and Joe Scarborough and the list goes on. Comey, Brennan, they are Obama. They are all trying to make it look like that nobody likes this guy. Go back to the picture we just had, okay? So here's the point. Last night, now, you're hearing all these great things. Was it 22, Josh? All right. You're hearing all of these great things about Joe Biden. You know what? I can't afford glasses. I gotta will you go online and find me some foam bricks, Josh? I mean, something I could throw across the room that I won't hurt myself, obviously. Won't hurt somebody. But every once in a while when it's gotta just go, it can't be my glasses. The one time I did that. All right, but anyhow, I had to hear this morning, about Joe Biden and his aneurysm, and he called the kids to the side of his bed and said, if I go now, I want each and every one of you to know I'm proud of you. Your dad's proud of you if I go out of this world. Joe had a 50-50 chance that day he had an aneurysm. Now, I'm not making light of somebody's medical condition. No, I don't care who they are, all right? That's serious. But I have to hear all this. Biden's the front runner. And then I've got to watch polls by the deep state media that says that almost every single one of these Democrat candidates can beat my president in an election. They can't get 150 people to show up. Where the hell is rock star Francis O'Rourke, Beto? Where's he at? I mean, I heard he was at a community college lunchroom the other day, and he was in the bathroom, and some kid said, I'm here to see that guy O'Rourke. He looked at, and that's me. Oh, he didn't recognize him. I mean, seriously. But they're going to show you polls every day, folks, of somebody that can beat your president. Right now, they're all, Bernie Sanders is 12 points or 8 points up of these fictitious polls. And I wanted to say this because last night, I don't care. All right? I don't care. They can break down. The Washington Post could say now that Trump has told over 10,000 lies. I don't care. You got it? I don't care. I don't care what they say today about China. I don't care. Okay? I don't care if he slaps a tariff on every damn thing. Okay? I mean, I don't care if those Chinese can't go to the bathroom without paying a tax because a tariff because we slap. I don't care. I mean, I am tired of this being, tiptoeing around the world. And that's what I like about this guy. Our intellectual properties that the Chinese have stolen. The stuff that they have stolen from Apple. You love your Apple. I go and all these little, all these kids, they got their iPhones, all right? You know, they got Apple computers. Well, damn it, do you not realize your beloved company over there in China, that the Chinese stole their intellectual property from Apple and every other American company, and they're manufacturing their own stuff with your technology today? And everybody's all nervous. Oh, tariffs, tariffs. Slap them on there. Sanctions. Yeah, you and I both know that the Iranians have never stopped with their nuclear program. We know that. We know the Iranians have said death to America. We know that. We know that the Iranians went on with Barack Obama as President of the United States, one of our little boats out there, and pointed a gun to our military. Men right there on the ship, we got the picture. We know that. We know they're the leading sponsor of terrorism around the world. We know that. We know that the Iranians are behind all the rocket launches from Gaza into Israel. We know that. We know what they've done in Syria, the Iranians. We know it. We know our kids have been killed in Iraq because of Iranians. We know it. But everybody wants to pussyfoot around and, oh my God, I don't believe I just said that, and kiss everybody's ass around the world. Not Donald J. Trump. No. He has ratcheted up sanctions. We know the Iranians want to take debt to America and wipe Israel off the face of the earth. We know it. Donald J. Trump will not put up with it. He just slapped sanctions more on Iran. Put the squeeze right on them. China, put the squeeze right on them. Right? America first. That's this guy here. Last night, this area. Now, this article I have this morning, it's from heavy.com. How many attended Trump's Panama City Beach, Florida rally? The crowd size photos. Now, these places have, okay, these places have aerial shots, and they know how. They know how to square off every inch of the arena or the outdoor amphitheater, whatever it may be, and say 1,000. This holds 7,500, okay? Then it has 10 acres. 10. That would be 2 fives for you damn Democrats out there. 10. It has 10 acres. 10 acres. And according to Panama City Beach Park and Rec, the theater has a 7,500 person capacity plus 10 acres of festival lawn. Interesting, that means the event hits 10,000. And guess what? They were not there asking for the president's tax returns. That's right. Guess what? They were not there saying you lost money. Guess what? They were not there saying, how come Attorney General William Barr did not release the full Mueller report with the underlying evidence? That's what they did not come to hear or ask the President of the United States. They did not come to say, hey, that damn Steve Mnuchin, tell him to turn those tax returns over. They didn't come to hear that. They didn't come to hear, hey, William Barr won't testify, won't release everything, and he's in contempt. Hey, Don McGahn, we need to hear from Don McGahn. Guess what? They didn't ask that question in Wisconsin, Green Bay. They didn't ask. They didn't ask that question in Panama City. They're not asking that question in Minnesota today. Florida scares the daylights out of these people. They can't get 500 people. The deep state media, when is the last time Kamala Harris? Well, let me tell you what they're going to say. This is the primaries. Okay. There's 20 candidates. Okay, all right. The crowd size will enhance for the rallies when we actually get a Democrat nominee. Okay, I got it. Primaries, 20 people running. That's the reason why these guys and gals in the Democrat side are only hitting 500 here and there. They're going for the grassroots. You're going to hear that. They're going into areas and going to the Democrat working the ones that really work in these campaigns, trying to make solid connections in these states. Okay, I get that. And when we have a nominee, you're going to see you're going to see crowd sizes. Okay, so let's rewind. Okay, this is for you, Joe Scarborough. I can't stand that guy. I despise him. I mean, I absolutely do. I mean, what a waste of life. And, you know, I can't go there. I can't go. I despise that man. Anyhow, let me go back. I mean, I can't. I got to stop. Stop while you're ahead. Was I ever ahead? So let's go rewind. Donald Trump comes down the escalator. Melania Trump's wearing white. It's my best of my memories, right? So he's coming down the escalator. I knew that day. I said, oh my God, this guy's going to be president of the United States. So he comes down, he's at Trump Tower, and he's got the cheering people right in the lobby or wherever he's at, and he gives the speech. Mexicans and rapists and druggies and whatever. Oh my God, oh my God. He said Mexican rape, drug, insanity. I'm so offended. Right? I remember that. Then the next day, well, Trump announces to a room full of paid supporters. They were paid to be there. You know, that room, they were paid to be there. A lot of them, we find out, are paid to be there. So right after that, Trump hits the campaign trail. Folks, basically, from day one of this guy announcing he's running for president of the United States, he was packing places left and right. This guy never campaigned in the primaries to 200 people, 300 people. He campaigned to crowds. It was not a month after this guy announced he was running for president of the United States that the other candidates were like, oh my God, I'm going into Oshkosh here. I get 200 people show up. He flies in an hour behind me, and there's, 7,000, 6,000, 4,000 and 5,000. I mean, it wasn't even a month. Don't believe the lie. 10,000 people showed up in Panama City last night, and they were not asking for the president's tax returns, and they're not upset with William Barr. They are praying, hoping, and asking this man right here to stop, drain the swamp, put these people in prison, actually in prison, not William Barr. Let me show you something here real quick, and we'll get ready to take a break, and I've got to throw in Josh, I've got to throw in some fan and baseball. So, I mean, that just riled me up. I mean, I know there's people going to say, there's a lot of news out there you could have covered. What? What news? Where the hell's the news? Nadler, this buffoon. Biden can't get 100 people at a rally. Dems are nervous. They're running in circles, bumping into each other. They're so nervous, okay? I mean, they're playing musical chairs and they're missing a couple chairs, baby. So when the music stops, their ass is going to have nowhere to sit down. I'm just telling you, I'm watching these people and I just had it with them, okay? Because the American people know that we have 3.6 unemployment. The American people know that stagnant wages are no more and on the rise. The American people know that we're adding hundreds of thousands of jobs every month. The American people know, okay, they know that we have the lowest unemployment, okay, in over 50 years. The biggest workforce. The American people know that. Black males in America know this because they're going to work. Latino Americans legally know this because they're going to work this morning. Women are outpacing in this economy anybody. I mean, this is not anti-white male. The bottom line is women in this economy, they are roaring. Trump is going to do amazing with women. Women are employed. Hell, women are making, they talk about income inequality and people will attack me, but women are CEOs. They're the general managers. They're the bosses. They're running the show out there, and this is in a Donald J. Trump presidency, and they're moving right along. But no, the deep state media would lead you to believe, and it's all lies. All lies. You got it? All right, let me say this. All right, give me number 9. This is what New York State's doing, okay? And I told you, Trump faces pressure from New York lawmakers over tax returns. If signed into law, they're trying to pass a law. If signed into law, it would allow state prosecutors to pursue charges against any aide to Mr. Trump who may be pardoned. Double jeopardy. We're going to talk about that at 9 o'clock. Double jeopardy. In America, that's supposed to be wrong, okay? Let's go to number 12. New York State okays giving U.S. House Trump state tax returns. So New York State says, hey, Steve Mnuchin, we'll give you your state returns. Ask for them, we'll give them to you. I'm telling you, folks, what happens when we just get, how about the Fourth Amendment to the Constitution? What happens when we just get to the point to where when they don't like you, they'll tell, what does Donald Trump's tax returns have to do with the unemployment, jobs, okay, GDP 3.2, what's his tax, what do we need to see, all right? Give me number 11. New York State okays giving U.S. Trump state tax returns. The bill, which now goes to the state assembly and it's controlled by Democrats, doesn't target Trump by name. By name. Doesn't target Trump by name, but would authorize state tax officials to release any state returns filed in New York if requested by the leadership of the House Ways and Means Committee, the Senate Finance Committee, or the Joint Committee on Taxation. Oh, you want to see what the tax return? Just send me, write it down on a napkin and send it over. Slide it over at dinner on a napkin. I'll get you his tax returns, state tax returns. Holy mackerel. Okay, at 9 o'clock, I'm going to talk a little fan of baseball. Don't believe the BS behind all the Puerto Rico BS. Take your time, do your own research on the corruption in Puerto Rico, the theft of the relief funds, the corruption all around the mayor, everybody. Number 6, let me just remind you from the past here, this happens to be a runway in Puerto Rico, and those are thousands, I think up to the millions of bottles of fresh drinking water that never got moved. Okay? Never. All right? There's food. Here's an aerial shot, number 7. These are pallets. Millions of bottles of water. Don't believe any of the lies about Puerto Rico and their corrupt system down there and how they're mad, the Democrats, because we won't bail them out even further. Clean up your act. Got it? I'm your host, BKP. Let's go to break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and LJ, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
8 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
Welcome to Mountain Valley Motors. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat vehicles available, plus a wide selection of quality used vehicles. Located at 7535 Appalachian Highway in Blue Ridge, we treat the needs of each individual customer with paramount concern. We know that you have high expectations, and as a car dealer, we enjoy the challenge of meeting and exceeding those standards each and every time. Allow us to demonstrate our commitment to excellence. Our experienced sales staff is eager to share its knowledge and enthusiasm with you. We encourage you to browse our online inventory, schedule a test drive, and investigate financing options. Visit us online or call us at 706-516-1053.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Hey folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Now look, if you tune in regularly on Thursday mornings around this time for Carla's Corner, we will have Carla's Corner. Don't go away. Okay, Carla had to just be a couple minutes handling something this morning, and so we're going to push it back for about 15 minutes. So if you've tuned in for Carla's Corner, don't go away. About 15 minutes, we'll have Carla's Corner. Now, I want to take, while I'm waiting to get everything, get Carla in the studio, a couple minutes, give a shout out to Fannin County High School baseball team. They are in the Elite Eight here, Josh, and for the 3A GHSA state playoffs. Started with 32 teams, down to 16, now down to 8. They had a team come up last night, Pike County Pirates, right, Josh? And when we were looking at the stats, absolutely amazing pitching, right? Yeah. They won last week. I don't have the bracket up.
I think it was 7-1 and 1-0.
Yes, they won last week, 7-1 and 1-0, only giving up 1 run in 14 innings. Another thing about Pike County, I want to give it really quick here. Another thing about Pike County Pirates. Josh, last night's the first time they've been shut out all season. Okay? All season long, first time they've been shut out. Second, their pitching ERA is so low, it is baffling. I mean, rub your eyes, baffling to know that there was 9 runs on the board when they walked away last night. Would you agree?
Yeah, definitely.
So they got a couple things. They split last night. So the Pike County Pirates took the first game 6-1, and the Fannin Rebels took the second game 9-0. So they play today, a game time change of 3 o'clock. They're playing today at 3 o'clock, trying to get in front of the rain. Game 3, win or go home. Somebody's season is over. Fannin County Rebels or the Pike County Pirates. Give me number 2, Miles. Miles Johnson here, number 30, fresh out the bed. Okay. He was due last night, Josh, and he drove that one, was it to right field, and cleared the bases loaded?
Yeah, he was close to the grand slam.
Yes, Miles cleared the bases last night with a 3-run shot. RBIs there, so big shout out to Miles. Let's go with number 3. This is our guy right here. We want to thank Jerry Dave's All-Star Photo. Jerry does, look at this. Jerry does, go check out his Facebook page. Jerry Dave's All-Star Photos. Now, this is not from last night's game. This is from the other night against the Redan Raiders. But this is the intensity you see out of this kid at all times. Do you not, Josh? Mm-hmm. He comes in, pitches 6 innings in the second game. Huh? He comes in, pitches 6 innings in the second game, and he has the win and the shutout last night. Big deal for this senior. I asked Coach Stone, hey, Coach, what was the thought process going with Chandler? Because I thought he would go with Matthew Shira. I really do. Matthew's a junior. And, these are my words after talking to Coach Stone. I mean, he watched the other team in the first game. They really did not hit Carson Beavers. Carson Beavers had a good outing, although the Rebels lost. And he said, he knew Chandler had the pitches that could go up against this team. Chandler just does not, absolutely does not see anything, nothing rattles this guy. He's nerves of steel. And I guess Coach needed that confident leader out there, this senior, to do what he did last night. And there's a reason why this guy has been named Fannin County Hall of Fame, the Fannin County Sports Hall of Fame Player of the Year. So anyhow, he gets his 6 innings. And then let me give you one more. Here's number 4. And number 4, there you got number 2. Number 4's got number 2 there. That's Chandler. And number 29, Gabe Buchanan. Hey, I tell you what, Josh. Can you think of another kid that's stepping into the box right now with the confidence he has up the bat?
No, he's hitting the ball.
He's batting .400. And here's a shot from this is Jerry Daves again. Give me number 5. Okay? And again, courtesy of Jerry Day's All-Star Photo, look at that swing, Josh. That's a batting 400 swing by Gabe Buchanan. Look at where the head is, his extended arms, the bat, and he's pushing that ball to left field to drop it in the gap. He's hitting 400. He's a confident batter. Right there, and he's a great third baseman, a junior. I just want to give a shout out. Don't want to miss anybody on the team. Everybody did an outstanding job. Pre-game today at 2:30, game time 3 o'clock on fyntv.com. We're going to take a brief break, and it's time for Carla. We're going to get Carla in here now. Actually, I'm sorry about the delay, but we're going to get her in here if you tuned in for Carla's Corner right after these messages.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
Welcome to Mountain Valley Motors. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat vehicles available, plus a wide selection of quality used vehicles. Located at 7535 Appalachian Highway in Blue Ridge, we treat the needs of each individual customer with paramount concern. We know that you have high expectations, and as a car dealer, we enjoy the challenge of meeting and exceeding those standards each and every time. Allow us to demonstrate our commitment to excellence. Our experienced sales staff is eager to share its knowledge and enthusiasm with you. We encourage you to browse our online inventory, schedule a test drive, and investigate financing options. Visit us online or call us at 706-516-1053.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Me about it.
Yes, it's over. Call it a day. Sorry that it had to end this way.
Is this the song we're on now?
Yeah.
This is the second song so far today.
I gave you 2 songs. This would be Carla. This would be her corner. And this would be our chamber.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. It took me 3 years to write that. But I finally got it down. That was nice.
We've only had that background for like a couple weeks.
So when did you do the highlights?
Oh, well, thanks for noticing.
That's what I do.
I haven't had my hair done since before Christmas, and with the abrupt cancellation of my weekend plans this last weekend, I texted my friend and said, "Hey, could you possibly do my hair? Because otherwise it's going to be June before I can get my hair done." And every 6 months is not a good pattern to get your hair cut.
Let me say before we get moving too far. I understand that I think I understand, because you know what it's like to try to get a festival ready, get it off the ground, get it built up, and then have to cancel a very popular, now it's not just a festival, it's very popular now, festival, but you had to make the call. And that was a tough call, and I understand that. We're talking about the Apple Blossom Festival. It was so sad last week that you had to make that call, but you did because,
Saturday,
we hit 2 or 3 spots Saturday to where it was ugly, and then Saturday night.
Yep.
And now some of you that may have slept through it, but here in North Georgia, Saturday night, and when you have your festival, your vendors, they have glass products. We try to tie those tents down with everything. They're pros. They got the weights and everything. But I tell you what.
That is a in general windy location.
Exactly. I was getting ready to say.
And we've had like storms come through after the show was over before, and every time it takes out tents. Every single time.
I have done my share of hanging on to the tent so it doesn't take off.
Yeah.
Sam, Lonnie, myself,
and that's at Apple Festival.
And you know the only one.
It's not that bad.
You want to see me get in trouble? I've had festivals. I better not get in trouble. But you want to see it? You want to hear me get in trouble?
No, I don't.
I will. So we've had festivals that we've all had to hold and end to keep the tent down except for Lisa.
I see where you're going with that.
Did you catch that?
I did.
Am I in trouble? Carl, it's your corner. What's going on? Talk to us.
Well, we have Speaker Ralston coming today to speak.
Is that today?
That is today at the Network Luncheon. That luncheon is sold out completely. Waiting list. We're not sitting, we're not eating, that kind of sold out. You can talk about it later, but I understand there's some controversial and exciting things that happened at the end of session this year, so he will be talking about those things. So
interesting.
We have a huge crowd coming out for our luncheon today, and we will have I have just been a hot mess since Apple Blossom canceled because that has just thrown me.
I know that was tough. That was tough. I mean,
we do have coming up not today, 2 weeks from today, is Taste of LJ.
There you go.
We've had a couple restaurants sign up. Still waiting on some last-minute restaurants to sign up, but we have Back Porch Bistro has signed up, and brain just went blank. Who the other one was? Honey Baked Ham has signed up, and then we also have a couple of other vendors that are doing food-related products. Artful LJ has signed up, so we're slowly getting sign-ups for Taste of LJ, and then following Taste of LJ, we have Bragg coming June 1st, which is bike ride across Georgia, and we are anticipating 1,200 to 1,500 bike riders for that event. So we're really excited about that, and to be the host city of the starting point city for the 40th anniversary of the bicycle ride across Georgia. So we're really planning and getting ready for those things, and that's really exciting. And I know Gilmer Arts has got their upcoming performance of Dixie Swim Club coming next couple of weeks for y'all to see, and just lots going on. It's May. You've got the plant sale, you've got I mean, the list just goes on and on.
Well, speaking of this, and we want to be,
it's a busy time of year. In the school year.
I don't like to be too serious during this segment because we have so much fun, and we do not. The Gilmer Chamber Welcome Center there, Gilmer Chamber, we do not take this time at any broadcast and do anything political, but I do want to just step out and not highlight any. Speaker Ralston should be reporting on, you see a lot of things in the news, but he should be reporting today on a lot of legislative successes.
Yeah, it was a big session.
There's a lot of things that happen in healthcare. For North Georgia, we've always talked here at the Chamber, so let's just take that second to do this, because in North Georgia, you have been a part of it. Paige, the entire Chamber, all the chambers in North Georgia, and trying to do things for economic development throughout the years. And the broadband bill is big now. And so we're starting to see more EMCs can get in the business. They can get in. And that's big when you guys are over the chamber. I mean, we talk about all these events, but you guys actually have people come in the chamber and say, I'm thinking of relocating my business, and there's a checklist of things I need to bring my employees here, right? These are some things we don't talk about. And what is very high on that list, one, when businesses want to come to the area, is the quality of life of their families, right? And two, and I'm putting it in an order that may not be exact, but two, their needs to operate. And
Water,
internet is right up there.
Utilities. Let's lump them together. Utilities.
Right, but I mean, look at us. I mean, I'll just say here, we're a member of the chamber, we're a small business, but every single thing we do is on the internet.
Yeah.
So we have to have, good access. So I just wanted to say that there should be several bright points today. I'm not going to get into anything where, like you say, down there, I think people, if they're interested in that side of some of the news, hey, you do what you want to do, but I think I'd like to see some people also take a minute to
acknowledge all the good stuff that's happening,
right,
and all the great strides that has been made this year.
Hey, you know what? I'm going down the road, but just want to throw it out. Our local wineries. I mean, there's a lot of legislation that's happened in downtown Atlanta.
Still happening.
Still happening. I mean, there was a time where our wineries they could grow, but couldn't bottle. And they had to send off to bottle and come back. There was a time when our wineries could not sell commercially. Things like that. Same thing with, I call it craft breweries or whatever,
Yep.
these pop-up
Distilleries are also
right?
making strides.
Distilleries, right. So these are big things in the economy in North Georgia that's taking place. I didn't mean to take that over. I just thought we talk about, and I don't want to get on a soapbox, but we talk about the wineries. We talk about they have music and they have these great events and Wine Highway. We talk about that. We talk about all these great things, but sometimes not we so much intend to because of our segment, but sometimes we gloss right over
All the
how
work,
how we
how
got
it
here.
happens.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I'll turn it back over to you in the studio there, Carla. So give us the weather.
Nobody knows what it's doing.
3 days of rain, I understand. Oh, I'm sorry. This is not supposed to be bad news, sad news. This is supposed to be upbeat, fun.
Well, I'll be in Disney, so I'm not worried about it.
All right, Goofy, when are you leaving for Disney?
The GXA, the Georgia Tumble and Cheer, which is a local cheer.
That's
event.
right.
My daughter cheers for them, and they got a bid to Summit, which is a huge honor. And we've been
Great.
fundraising and doing all this, and so we leave today for them to compete this weekend. So
So you're Mickey Mouse bound?
Mickey Mouse bound.
And they compete when?
Saturday.
And you're going to put us some pictures up so we
Yes.
can. Okay, so we want to see and give a shout out to them one more time. What is the actual name of the team?
GXA All-Star Queens.
There you go. We'll take it. All right, so you're going to be down there with Disney and Mickey and Goofy and Pluto. Let me see, Minnie.
It's gonna be hot.
Jiminy
It's
Cricket.
gonna be hot. It's gonna be like 90 degrees.
Is it?
Yeah.
Have you been to Disney?
This is my third time.
Third time?
Yep.
I like Disney. It's okay. I mean, I like it. I was. We went a couple of years back, and you know what? What is the one park? I guess they added this 15 years ago. Everything's just yesterday for me, but 15 years ago. What's the one park? The Animal Kingdom Park? Or
Yeah, Animal Kingdom.
is that what it is?
Good.
I tell you what, we went down for something about 12 years ago, an association meeting, and we had the meeting at Disney, and it was great. But Lisa spent all day there, and that just was her favorite thing with the animals there all day. So, okay, next, what's up? What's going on? Anything new? Anything happening?
Why are you probing here?
I'm just, it's just like, I'm wondering if.
So, I thought you were going to lead into, well, I guess that is you leading into.
Yeah, I'm asking if there's anything new.
Oh, okay. So anyway, yesterday, the chamber announced that I am leaving the chamber. I accepted a position as the executive director of the Georgia Wine Producers, which is the statewide organization that represents all the wineries in Georgia.
So would you have to do submit your resume and go do wine tasting? Wait a
There's
minute.
no wine tasting involved in that except
Pump the brakes here.
Except for the
So are we
drinking,
saying
worrying,
that
and thinking.
you are associated with something to do with wine? That is shocking.
It's basically like it's basically similar to the Chamber of Commerce, except representing all the state wineries.
Right.
So all the wineries in the state.
All right, give me this position one more time.
Executive director of the.
Slow right there. She's the executive director. Wow. That's all right. I just wanted to hear that a couple more times. Now go ahead.
Of the Georgia Wine Producers.
Georgia. Do they know what they're getting into?
They do.
Do you
They absolutely do.
Do you have somebody I could call?
Well, Gary Engel is the president of the Georgia Wine Producers of Ingleheim Vineyards.
Oh, man. That's great. That's great.
He was not in the initial interviews, but obviously, knew me once that resume got to his desk. So,
Well, I do know, and all jokes aside, I'm not making a comment concerning the partaking of the wine, but I do know as far as marketing, getting the word out, and
I have to do other stuff.
well, you're executive director. There's other stuff. When you're executive director, there's other stuff.
Do you know what else I have to do?
What do you have to do?
I have to register as a lobbyist.
I knew it was coming one day.
You going to be my friend after I register as a lobbyist?
No, I don't want people to say I'm friends with a lobbyist. Really? Oh my God. So you're not officially a lobbyist today, right?
I'm not officially a
Thank
lobbyist
you.
today. The forms are in my car.
The forms are in your car. A lobbyist. Oh my gosh. Really?
Yeah.
So next year you got to hang out at the Capitol as
Yeah.
executive director?
Yep.
Okay, can I tell you where to go hang out? No, I can tell you. You go to.
I don't know.
No, you go. All right, let me say this, okay? Now let's keep this in perspective. You go to State Senator Steve Gooch's office.
I will be there a lot.
Okay, but let me ask you a question. Have you ever been there?
Yes.
Okay. Now this is serious, okay? Lobbyists are lobbyists, okay? And they go to all the offices. Right? But when it's a tiring day at the Capitol and they've been knocking on doors and they want to take a break and work on their computer, they find the offices with the best couch. I know this. I'm telling you how to work it. And State Senator Steve, they got the best couches. I mean, when I'm down there and I'm tired and I need a break, I go in there and I say, lobbyist, move over. I get to sit on this couch. He's got the best couches in there.
Okay.
That was good information that you needed.
Duly noted. Duly noted.
Lobbyists go to the offices with the best couch so they can sit down. And that's State Senator Steve. Now, in fairness to the state senator, I don't know how I'm sounding here. I don't want to make it like, oh, he's got all these. But he is actually in an office with three. A lot of the senators and the representatives are in office segments with like three, The
Jasper's office is
right,
that way, too.
room 402 has three.
Yeah, you like walk in,
so
you
he's
got, like, desks,
he's
and then
in he's in an office with two others, but so there's a couple couches in there or spread around. I don't know where I'm going. I'm trying to help you out. When you're little, your feet are hurting and you say, oh my gosh, I've walked this floor all day. I need to sit down. You go to there.
There is going to be some hardcore, intense shoe shopping before session this year. I'm going to find the perfect shoes for session.
So you do know you're on camera telling people you're you know, the big deal now. You are a big deal. I mean, you
So you
are
know what
an
Paige said
executive.
yesterday?
No, I'm going to hear what Paige said in just a second.
Oh,
Okay. And you're telling people you're just this big executive director, and you're going to get your power suits on. You're going to go buy.
I don't know about that.
I know.
I need good shoes. Good shoes are the key.
Wait a minute.
to
Wait a
success.
minute. Stop. I'm
Paige
trying-
Green taught me that.
Bring it down. Simmer. So you're going to go and buy these power suits and you're executive director and you're supposed to be going down there, Mr. Senator, you know, we have a bill we would like you to introduce. Mr. Representative, have you looked at our legislation? Blah, blah, blah. And your first thought is the best pair of shoes to buy.
You got to have good shoes to get the job done.
Go ahead. I mean.
Ask anybody. If you work in a factory, people that work in factories know I'm going to be on my feet. I'm going to buy the best shoes for my feet to do my job. Farmers, same thing. They buy the best shoes to wear on their feet to do their job.
All right. What did Paige Green say?
So she says, another one of my babies have grown up to leave the nest, and she's like, you know, I must be a pretty good leader considering one of my former employees is now a county commissioner. Another one of my soon-to-be former employees is going to be an executive director of a statewide organization. Another one of my former employees is working for the Technology Council for Chattanooga.
All right, I have other questions.
That's good. That's awesome,
let's
right?
get back. No,
Acknowledge this. It's awesome.
Let's get back to
Didn't
some
even
other
acknowledge
questions.
it. Duly noted.
So, when do you leave?
Well, that's
Up in the air or something?
no.
You're
It's a blended situation.
You're working your way out because you got
Yeah.
got some things you got to handle back here and things you got to handle up here in front. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So that's number one. Number two, are you still going to speak to us? Like, are you? Because this happens. I mean, they want to know out there. I want to know. Like, so when you're a big shot and you're wearing power suits and you know
What are we gonna talk about?
you're driving a BMW or something.
I will not be driving a BMW.
Yeah, I see it coming. I see it coming down the road. All right, something, okay? So when you're out there in your nice little convertible and your power suits and your good shoes and you're got your badge that says executive director, are we going to still get a hello or what's?
What are we gonna
really?
talk about? What do you want to talk
I'm
about?
just wondering because
I mean,
I'm absorbing this new world you're in being a big shot.
I acknowledge that you have a lot of information and
information
and relevant things that I will have to pay attention to now.
Oh, so you're telling them that you may, so you're saying there's a chance. So you're telling them you may have to pay attention to BKP now? Oh, and Josh, you have that recorded?
I pay attention anyway.
Yeah, okay, interesting.
State level. We'll keep it at state level.
All right, on a serious note, congratulations. Okay, let's get serious. Congratulations. You deserve that position, and I do understand the wine growers of the state of Georgia do need somebody in that position because that is becoming. I mean, I'm going to tell you, years ago you thought, what'd you think, California Napa Valley or something like that? You just thought, when you thought of wine, this is going back 20 years ago, whatever, you thought of California, right? Mm-hmm. But I tell you what, just like the film industry, which is a $9 billion industry now in Georgia, right? Yep. Just like the film industry, Georgia is really being known for 2 or 3 industries that have come along, and one being wineries. Mm-hmm. In the north, and I mean, our soil's conducive for the grapes. There's been a lot of UGA's done a lot of studies, a lot of work, right? So
they are working hard to hire some individuals that can continue to help our wineries with that area.
Let's get back to the chamber just a minute. We got anything else that we did not cover where the chamber's concerned? Just I don't remember. I know we got Taste of LJ. We got sidetracked.
I said Taste of LJ. I
know
about
that,
Bragg.
but we got sidetracked a little.
I talked about.
I just want to make sure we didn't leave anybody or anything out.
I mean, we have a ton of ribbon cuttings coming up, so I mean.
Well, now we can find all those in one location, so we're
Yes.
going to let people know where to find all the. And the ribbon cuttings are just that. You know what they are? They are new members. So when you see ribbon cutting for someone in the chamber, that's a new member to the chamber, and that's exciting these small businesses in our community that join the chamber. So folks, as I will always tell you, at fetchernews.com, fyntv.com, join your local chamber. If you're in Gilmer, join this chamber, but don't just pay the dues and get your name. Get involved. I don't even want to get on my other soapbox if I ever hear somebody say, I joined the chamber and it didn't work for me, right?
Yeah.
That's a soapbox. If you join, this is just my opinion, not the lobbyist over here. This is my opinion. I'm sorry, things have changed. If you've joined the Chamber of Commerce and you say it did not work for me, I apologize for sounding like this. You did not.
Sorry.
Please, really.
I'm tired.
You may not have gotten involved. I'm serious. Get involved. Go to the meetings. Show support to your local chamber members. And I can attest and look in the camera, it will be a benefit to your business, the networking and the friends and the help. You know, I could go another place. We have chamber members because I know people think I know it all. I understand that. I get it.
So you're acknowledging that you don't know it all?
Wait a minute. But and Lisa has told people that's what the K stands for in my name. BKP?
Know it all?
Yeah, K. Somebody said to her one day, what does the K stand for? And she said, know it all. Anyhow, so, okay. So although people are used,
Sure.
right? Yeah. Although people, you know, really have. Point being is, I don't know it all. And there's so many areas in business that I enjoy my relationships in the chamber that I can talk to people. You follow me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're done?
You're digressing.
I can't help it. I mean, I'm trying. This is a diversion tactic. It's like internally, I don't know if I'm sad you're leaving. I don't know. There's a whole string of emotions that I'm going through right now.
For public information, Brian had
No!
no idea when I walked into this room because he didn't read his emails. Just saying.
You put me out there?
Had no clue.
You put me out there?
Zero.
Okay. I won't forget it. You put me right out there. Boom, right out there. Folks, I'm your host, BK.
Like, we would have walked in here this morning and just done this show, and he'd had no idea. And then, like, you know what would have happened? He would have read his emails, and then he would have saw me today, and he'd have been like,
You didn't tell me? No,
Oh,
don't highlight
I feel
this.
bad.
The staff around here feels I have no idea, so let's not highlight that. I'm your host, BKP. This is Carla's Corner. This is Carla, a.k.a. lobbyist.
Oh my
Anyhow, Carla's Corner, Gilmer Chamber right there. And Josh, everything we talked about this morning, you can find on their website. Show them how to get there. Ribbon cuttings, events, right there, gilmerchamber.com. Calendar of events up there in the corner. You click on that, and also when you click on that, every one of the categories there, if you're looking for vineyard wineries tasting rooms, Carla, just click on that. Calendar of events, everything that's happening. If you can't find something you're looking for, very bold at the top, 706-635-7400, and contact us. So there's no reason why you can't find out what's going on in North Georgia. If you're traveling up on a weekend or any other time, you want to stop in and say hello, check us out. 515 on the northbound side, the big green sign over there as you come into the big city says Gilmer Chamber Welcome Center. And don't forget our downtown at the square of LJ, downtown Gilmer Chamber Welcome Center, also available for helping out. Did I get everything?
Yep.
Got it. Carla, adios amigos. I guess I'm going to have to, we'll all go out to eat, and I'll give you a couple drink tickets, okay? Anyhow, there you go. And I guess this is Carla's Corner, I guess. I don't know what's going on anymore. Nobody tells me nothing.
Do you want me to read your emails?
Nobody. It's like the old dad thing. Nobody tells me nothing. We'll be back right after these messages.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and LJ, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
Welcome to Mountain Valley Motors. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat vehicles available, plus a wide selection of quality used vehicles. Located at 7535 Appalachian Highway in Blue Ridge, we treat the needs of each individual customer with paramount concern. We know that you have high expectations, and as a car dealer, we enjoy the challenge of meeting and exceeding those standards each and every time. Allow us to demonstrate our commitment to excellence. Our experienced sales staff is eager to share its knowledge and enthusiasm with you. We encourage you to browse our online inventory, schedule a test drive, and investigate financing options. Visit us online or call us at 706-516-1053.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
And we're back. I'm your host, BKP. First of all, let's look at it. 71 degrees here, 9:25 in the morning. Over here in LJ, Georgia, 71 degrees. And Josh, tell everybody how they can contact this show at any time. Chief@FetchaNews.com. There is the phone number. That's a 24/7 phone number. And there are all the social media ways you can contact this show. Josh, Carla mentioned that I was losing my voice, but we did a doubleheader last night. We almost did 3 games last week, and then plus 2 hours a day on this show. And then Monday night now with the new show, the NC Sports Report. I think just broadcasting alone, I did 26, 27 hours last week. And I can't get Josh to say anything.
No, I was going to say, you got all those ball games last week, plus yesterday's doubleheader.
Well, I've got to keep Rick calmed down. I mean,
I know. Well, then your first segment today, that was like a ball game in itself.
Was that a ball game in itself?
Yeah.
The first, I couldn't help. Way to go, Josh. Way to go, buddy. All right, so we're a little tired. Josh and I out late last night. Maybe that didn't sound. We were out late last night. Josh, where were we hanging out? Josh and I hanging out late last night. But at 10 o'clock, put Candace's card up there, because at 10 o'clock this morning, it's time for, I might have caught you off. There it is, the Freedom Zone with Candace, the Truth Set Free, every Thursday at 10 a.m. There it is. The Freedom Zone, that's at 10 o'clock this morning, so stay tuned right after this. We're sorry about last Thursday, but that ball game went to almost 1 o'clock in the morning. And I think, Josh, since I started, whether it's like Christmas Day during the week or something like that, outside of something, a holiday like that, and on your Labor Day and Memorial Day weekend, I have never, since I started the show, just canceled the next day. Never.
Wow.
And I just, the other night, and we'll get in, leave her card up. Last Thursday night, Josh is our technical director at the baseball games over there on the computer. And he just looked at me and gave me a look and shook his head like, are we really going to do this? And I said, you got to give me a minute, because my D drive up here does not, it gets filled up and I got to process. And I finally looked back and said, no, we're not doing this. So we apologize for missing last week, the Freedom Zone, but Candace has an all-new show there, and that'll be at 10 o'clock this morning. Now, some other things here. We broke some news, Josh. Carla is leaving the chamber. I had a lot of fun picking on her about her having to fill out her lobbyist paperwork, but Carla is leaving the chamber. And yesterday, Josh, let's record this right now separately, because I want to do about 5 or 6 minutes and put it out. I want to keep anything that has to do with the Gilmer County pool separate and be able to put it out. So let me know when you're ready with a new recording there. All right, and so let's talk just for a minute about the Gilmer County pool, okay? And here's the only couple comments I want to make, Josh, and get this out. Yesterday, I got pretty emotional that the county is broke and you don't have the money to pay $1.2 million for a new pool, okay? There's a lot of social media going around that, people are disappointed. I get that, okay? People are disappointed. There's a lot of things on social media talking about, and Fetcher News broke the story, Lonnie Adams, and there's people on social media talking about, their children's childhood memories of going to the pool and having the pool birthday party. I get it. And I actually want to see the children have a pool, a community pool. So let's not call it the Gilmer County pool anymore. Let's call it the community pool. Now, that being said, Gilmer County, just a quick recap, I will not go deep, is around $80 million in debt, okay? You have 13 fire stations. You have a civic center. Now remember, because what I hate to say it like this, but I hate to say it in this way, but what I like about what's happening here with this discussion are the citizens of Gilmer County are kindly tuning in to this radio station, not particularly our show, but the subject matter and the state of the finances for the county they live in. So let me say this, and I'm going to say useless, and I know useless is a big word, and I do understand the Boys and Girls Club is there, so Jan Day does an outstanding job there, and I support the Boys and Girls Club, but the Civic Center, okay, the acoustics there, so you see the pool attached to the back. So look at the pool next time and think about in 2011, you did $132,000 in repairs, which $70,000 of it, or maybe 123, I might be dyslexic, but 32, 23, bada bing, bada boom, patata, potato. So anyhow, just think about it next time you see the pool. You did $123,000 or $32,000 in repairs in 2011. This does not count leak repairs you did 2 years ago that you paid for. This does not count the sewer bill that you're losing the money. You got to pay a sewer bill, an enormous amount, believe it or not, with the water. This does not count the radar test. They did a ground sonar radar thing to check for leaks. None of those cost in that 123, 32, whichever one. 70,000 of that in 2011 came from the Harrison Foundation, okay, as a grant for the repair. So next time you look at the pool, it's dead. Stick a fork in it. It's over. It's finished. Close it. It is a money pit. So I can't sit here and tell you we don't have the money to build a new one. We don't even have the money to maintain that money pit down there as it is. So Chairman Paris, I understand the pressure you're under, Charlie Paris in Gilmer County. I understand that pressure you're under. But I can't tell you it's a bad move to just close this thing down. Now comes the second pressure, okay? But wait a minute. While you're looking at the pool, look at that Civic Center. I pause. I digress. Look at the Civic Center out front. Nice. It's basically useless. We're in the basketball area. We can't even have lunches or dinner because the acoustics, okay, in this thing. That being said, you spent, Gilmer County taxpayer, you spent $1 million. You spent $1 million renovating this thing. You couldn't tear it down. I can explain that later. Because guess what? The Gilmer County Civic Center came to you as a grant. And in the grant, you can't tear it down because of the money you got for it. That's right. But we put $1 million in that Civic Center. We've put probably $200,000 in that pool. $1.2 million. Useless to you citizens out there right now. Pool and Civic Center, 1.2. Now it's going to cost 1.2 just to build a new pool. Where does that money come from? Now, in my opinion, the commissioners continue to tell you that they've set aside $300,000 for 2 years, okay, which is $600,000 and it's in the bank, which is true, okay? Now, the commissioners are not the ones that put you in debt. So every time you hear the debt, they're not the ones that put you in debt. In fact, the commissioners that are sitting there now in Gilmer County are not the ones that put the fork in the pool and said it's over. That pool's been over for years. Done, over with. But my opinion is you do not have the money, regardless of what name, if it says pool and you got $600,000. You either need to take $500,000 off the property taxes or move that over to roads and bridges. Now, what I told the commissioners yesterday, and it's on video camera, is look, you do not have the money. You have, this is my opinion, that our commissioners are elected to do two things. Provide you with roads and bridges and essential services. You pay taxes for essential services. Trash, fire, law enforcement, whatever. not luxuries like a pool. That's number one. Number two, I told the commissioners on video yesterday, it's on FetcherNews.com, I told them, if they build a pool and a park and rec center, please do not let the park and rec department head, Kevin White, be the contractor. Now, I want to make sure this doesn't go personal. It's not. Okay? Kevin White is the Gilmer County Park and Rec director. Let him worry about basketball tournaments. Let him worry about scheduling basketball practice. Let him worry about football signups, uniforms. Okay? Let him worry about the department, not the construction. Now, although Kevin has not overseen, to my knowledge, any of the Gilmer County construction projects, so I'm not getting personal, I'm just saying, you know what? Freshly coming off a $354,000 fire station in Cherry Log, I just don't think Gilmer County right now has proven themselves to be a good steward of the taxpayers' money when it comes to construction projects. I'm sorry. I just look at the proof. So if we move forward, I would like to see this bid out, obviously, and a good construction company come in and take the project. Now, $1.2 million. There's two things. The pool's done, it's over with. You're not getting it this summer. They want to move up and adjust, okay, the 2019 budget. So let me try to wrap this up. I said 5 minutes, but I knew I got on a roll. Here's what happens. I'm so glad that people are really starting to pay attention to this now. Here's what happens is every year your county commissioners vote on an operating budget. You have your constitutional officers, your sheriff, okay? You can't get involved in the budget. Your clerk of courts, okay? Can't get involved, all right? Your tax commissioner. You have these budgets that you set them, and then the commissioners have no say whatsoever. But the departments, fire, rescue, road department, maintenance department, you have all your departments. You have planning and zoning, okay? You got the departments. Now, if you listen to, and when I say the commission, okay, Travis Crouch was on there 4 years, Carlene Ferguson is new to this commission, but I say it in all due respect, she needs to pay attention to this because you're elected to be a good steward of the taxpayers' money. Not making accusations, but we've had a commission since J.C. Sanford was chairman, okay? And at that time, the county was really under an economic strain. Do you know out there how many times Chairman Sanford kept his paycheck in his wallet and would not cash it? I mean, there's a lot of things Chairman Sanford did not do that he needed to do. He needed to spend money on. But I have to say this. At all times, his first and foremost, I really have learned this after he left office, was to try to make sure financially Gilmer County maintained. For those paying attention, do you realize there was actually a point where the state was looking at taking over the county? Now, I'm not here to scare you. And it's actually on video where Chairman Sanford said one day to a group of people, do you realize if we default here or default there, the state will take over the county? Now, remember all those years that, county employees did not get a raise, and I'm not advocating one thing or the other? You remember all those years where planning and zoning and maintenance on the courthouse is dirty, we can't even change the light bulbs. You remember all those years at Park and Rec? It was a little joke. We didn't have enough money to buy baseballs or footballs. All that being said, you remember all those years that you were told that these departments were underfunded? Okay? Underfunded? You remember all those years, and I'm talking with the new commission now, that every year the budget has gone up, and every time we ask questions, hey, why is the budget going up 17 mil, 18 mil, whatever, why is it going up? We would hear hey, these departments were so underfunded, okay, for so long that we're just now getting these departments where they need to be. Now, here's the thing I say in all due respect. I got a coat here, right? And I think we all know about the pair of pants and the jacket we put up last winter, or we put up last spring, and we went like this and said, wow, my lucky day, there's a 20. That's finding money. That's the definition of finding money. Well, there's a 20 in these pants pockets. Maybe a 10 in my case, or a 5, right? Please tell me how you're finding $300,000 that you're going to move. You've already moved $300,000 this year. Where are you finding another $300,000 to move into 2019 to give you $900,000? Wow. To start the construction on a new pool. Where? So let me say this. There's a special called meeting. Now, I keep saying this, and I just, sometimes I don't articulate things, and I apologize how they come across. I'm not trying to be, I don't know. Look, apathy, I can't help it. If you're not paying attention, I can't help it. If you don't know the details, I can't help it. And if the only thing that you got going on social media is your kids can't dive off a diving board and splash, I'm sorry. You can get angry with me, but it's not my intent. All right? But why don't you show up, okay, and ask questions? On May 20th at 6 p.m., in the jury room of the Gilmer County Courthouse, there's a special called meeting. Now, here is the item of new business. Discussion and possible action on budget amendments for pool funding. Let that sink in. Why don't you dive in the deep end on that? Discussion and possible action on budget amendments for school funding. The pool funding. What's that mean? $300,000, okay? Now, I wish on this they would have put $300,000 on here. It would have been more appealing, all right? And if you just read this, not that the commission's trying to mislead, I do not want that out there. But if you just read this and you pass along, you think, oh, they're going to find the money for the pool. Sorry, folks. Sorry, folks. The moose out front should have told you we're broke at Wally World. Listen. So, all these departments, now you got to understand. You say, where's the money coming from? Not the constitutional officers. Now, I'm not going to go down that road. I like all of them for the most part, I guess. I mean, I think I get along with all of them, all right? But the commissioners have no bearing over their budget, so it's not coming out of constitutional officers' budget. Departments. What department? Where did you even have $300,000 to squeeze out of an department? What did you not need that you put in the budget that you could squeeze that $300,000? I'm telling you, there's a lot of questions that are open here. A lot. Now, I don't know. I mean, I like the chairman. Okay, I do. I would not be the one. I would not be the one that gets the phone calls or has to put out, hey, we're closing the pool. Oh, gosh, I understand. Hey, the commission, they're good people. They're good, solid citizens of your county. But I'm going to ask them, and let me say this, fairness, your budget, so if you're going to question, your budget for 2019 was set and voted on with Travis Crouch as post commissioner, not Carlene Ferguson. So as Post Commissioner Ferguson is looking at this, she's looking at a budget that was passed before she took office that she did not approve any of with a vote, and now she's got to be a part of seeing where $300,000. So let me wrap that up. $300,000. You got $600,000 in the bank, Wow, okay. You're going to move another 300 this year. That's going to be 600,000 in 1 year in a budget. Do you realize that's $600,000 that you actually did not have to put in a budget? Do you realize if they have that, grasp that. In 2019, they budgeted $300,000. Now they're going to come back in May and squeeze out $300,000 from departments. I thought for years these departments were underfunded. I thought for years that they were just now getting back to operating in this economy at the levels they need. I did not realize that there was $300,000 worth of department requests in the budget that were not necessary, because I would think you would only budget for what you really need to get through that year. So if you take the first $300,000 for 2019 and the second they're going to squeeze out, are you telling the citizens of Gilmer County that there was actually $600,000 that should not have been in the budget in the beginning of the year? Are you telling the citizens there's $600,000 that the county could have operated? You know it's called the operation budget, right? It's the operation budget for the county, what it needs to operate. Not what it wants, not what it requests, not a wish list, not a dream. It's the operation. It's the daily operational budget of this county, what we need to operate the county. And you're going to tell me there was 600,000? You know what 600,000 equals? And I know some people know the point I'm getting ready to make. That $500,000 that they raised our taxes. Keep this in mind, okay? They are people. They are my neighbors. They're my friends. But I just cannot say it any other way. With Travis Crouch, the Gilmer County Board of Commissioners raised your property tax last year. Now, there's an argument because they didn't change the millage, but they didn't use the rollback. And the state of Georgia says, if you maintain your millage rate, but at the rate of growth, okay, it actually raises the property tax. That's the assessment. So you have your values of your home that are going up. They do an assessment, and instead of rolling back the millage rate that year to match what they brought in taxes, they tell you we left the millage rate alone. But the state of Georgia says you have to advertise it. So I am not bringing anything that's false. The state of Georgia says if you do not change your millage rate, but your assessments go up to a point that it exceeds your rollback rate, not getting in the weeds, you have to legally take an announcement out, have public hearings, and let the taxpayers know you're raising their taxes. Now, commissioners all across the state don't like that, but they do. So keep in mind, maybe Gilmer County commissioners, if they had $600,000, they didn't have to raise your property tax last year. They need to be just taking in what they need, okay? Second, there's a $500,000. If you have a property owner in Gilmer County and you look at your tax bill, your property tax bill, you're going to see debt service. You got your property, you got your millage rate, you got your school millage rate, you got your debt service. You know on your property tax bill. Your debt service is for the $80 million. It's over $4 million a year in a payment, and your property tax debt service, not counting your property tax, is $1.5 million. Now, Chairman Sanford put the $1 million on, but Chairman Paris and his commission put the $500,000. You know what a $500,000 equals in this county? Probably $550,000. So are you saying you had $600,000 and you didn't lower our taxes? Are you saying you raised taxes last year, but you have departments that now in the middle of the year you're able to squeeze out $300,000? I thought they were underfunded. Just saying. Last but not least, where is the pool going to be? Because all you pool lovers out there that want this pool, I'm with you. I'm not against you having the pool, so quit saying that. But guess what? Pool's not going to be where you think it is. Now you got LJ and East LJ, they want to keep it close to town. They have, maybe my sources say, they have, inquired like, we probably need to keep that pool close to town. Not in my town, just close to town. Not in my city where I have to pay for it and help get involved, but close to my city. Clear Creek. Clear Creek. There's a discussion, and I'm not breaking any news or breaking any, privacy whatsoever. Clear Creek. It was said yesterday. I asked where. I said, Commissioner, I'm going to tell you what. When you get done with all this, folks are going to say where. Where does this go? And I'm telling you now, they're in negotiations with the school system, Gilmer County school system, the school system's supposedly going to give them 28 acres. When's the last time they just gave 28 acres? So I asked yesterday, I said, what's the trade-off? I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Josh, because I went long there, do you remember that segment was supposed to start, 5 minutes? So, Josh, I never did hear you at any point in my ear say your 5 minutes is up. Well, okay, so, and look, again, I want to make sure it's understood. Dallas Miller, Carlene Ferguson, Charlie Paris, they're good people. I see it a different way. I just do, and that's called freedom of speech. And I want to say this, I appreciate Chairman Paris, because let me tell you the one thing that Gilmer County upholds is your ability. You should get involved, because if you want to speak, Chairman Paris, the doors, and I don't want to say he lets you speak, he understands it's your county, it's your speech, it's your tax money, you're a taxpayer, and they respect freedom of speech, and they allow you to give your opinion. All right, before we close here, Josh, let's go back to number 8. This is buffoon number 2. We're on a list of buffoons. Let's get America's Most Wanted buffoon list or something together, okay? So when I say it, we're going to number them and everything. It'll be easy. This is Gerard Nadler. He got his pants all the way up here, and his belt buckle, his ties over here. Look at this mess, this clown, this bozo. He is the chair of the House Judiciary Committee that the Democrats voted right down party line yesterday to hold your Attorney General, William Barr, in contempt. They'd like to slam his keister right in jail. And last night, here is number 20. This is the lovely lady that can't find a mirror. She's shocked. Look at her eyes. She's just taken back. She's Craig there at the New York Times. She's an investigative reporter. She helped break the story that Trump lost $1 billion in a dumpster on the South Side. I'm serious. I mean, look at her. Oh, her eyes. It's America. I got to ask a question. The sale of mirrors has to be down in this country. I know that was mean. I know it. I'm so sorry. But the sale of mirrors had to be down. And last night, we're going to close with this because I didn't take a break. Here is number 22. And I'm going to say this jokingly. Don't take me serious on this. But here is 10,000 people in Panama City, Florida, last night chanting, we want your tax returns. Didn't you hear it? No, I missed. Is that what they were saying? Mr. President, we want the unredacted Robert Mueller special counsel report with the underlying evidence sent to Jerry Nadler, the buffoon. That's not what they were cheering. Or were they saying, Mr. President, it's time you release your tax returns? No, that wasn't. America loves their president, and I know I do. I'm just going to put it. Are you guessing that? And let's go. Let's show them the original buffoon, the presumptive front runner that can't put 500 people in a room that they already have polling out says beats Donald Trump by 10 points if he runs, if he's the nominee. Josh, do I have to tell you which ones you? Thank you. Buffoon alert, caution. Folks, 2:30 today, FYNTV.com, pregame. First pitch, 3 o'clock. Fannin County Rebels, Pike County Pirates, both of them top seed teams. Pike County, number 1 3A team in the state. 1-1 last night in a doubleheader. 6-1 Pike took the first game. 9-0 shutout. Fannin took the second game. And the winner goes to the Final Four. Wow, that's where we're at. Final Four. And the loser goes home. Take us out of here, Josh. See you today at 2:30.